Hello everybody, Wannabe Farmer here. This video is going to show you how to edit the XML files on the game saves. So what I mean is, if you play on a map, you load it up and you change a few sheds to your liking, and you want it to start with some machinery that you personally like, but you want to start off fresh after you've added all them. This will show you how to edit all that, so it's all everything's set to 0 and it's literally starting that game from new. So I'm quickly just gonna set a new save up, new game save. Just remember which slot this is as well. So this is slot 6. I'm gonna choose Sunshine Forest. I'm just gonna leave all that how it is for now. Choose the mods that you want. 3 of them that I do recommend though is the easy development controls, the free placement, and saves the last position of when you save that game, your player. I will get the proper name for it, I'll put it in now. But they're the 3 that I do recommend. I don't know what was happening with that track as I spawned in there. Let's say you've joined a fresh new map and you want to set it up how you like it. You want to add buildings in different places to what was already there, or you want to add more buildings, you want to set up a little industrial area, and then you would like to start it from scratch from there on. I'll be showing you that. So what I'm going to quickly just going to do, I'm just gonna sell these vehicles, and then we'll edit some of the land, and then we'll buy some vehicles that I want to start with for this map, and then I'll show you how to do it all.
Mic off.
Right, what I'm going to do is just edit some of the ground. I'm going to add a few sheds. First I'm going to have to buy the land that I want to do this in. This isn't a land that I want to own once I start, so we'll resell the land. So I'm just going to add a little ramp over the tracks, enough to get over it without bouncing around and causing damage to the machinery, and then I'm just going to place some sheds. So here's a quick example of the free placement. As you can see, it says overlaps with another object here. So with this mod, if I press B for Bravo, it will let me put it down where I want it to go. So obviously this is just rushed, but the idea is you want the track still to be on show, so it looks a bit realistic. So you just need to lower it down a bit. Just bear in mind, if you do resell the land, if you put gates or barriers here, you will not be able to open them unless you know how to add that into the XML where you can open it if the land's not yours. I'm not 100% sure on that just yet. So yeah, there's them down. Right, there's the sheds, the grain sheds put down. We've put our slabs over the tracks. Just gonna resell this land. And then I'm just going to quickly buy the land that I want to start with. Okay, so we own 12 and 13. If you edit a land that you are looking to sell, once you've done editing it, and it doesn't let you, it says there's still placements on this land. If you just leave it for now, there's a way around it in the XML where we can change that and leave the placement in place. So that's all done. We just need our starting equipment now, if that's something we want to do. So we'll buy our starting equipment and then we'll go from there. There we go. We've edited our farm how we want it. We've edited the land around it how we want it. We've got our starting equipment that we want to start with, and we want to put everything back to 0. So with easy development controls, I am just going to put it back to 6 AM and I'm going to put it into June. I'm going to set the money to 100,000. I'm going to put some hours on me tracker. Again, this all can be done in the XML, but with easy development controls, it's with the vehicle's operating time and etc. It's so much easier. So if you do have that mod, you press F12, go to the vehicle icon, and then operating time. So let's just say put it on 5.2 hours. We want a little bit of dirt and a little bit of wood. Then we want to change the game settings. So auto save, I always set to 5. I change that to 2. We have 2 days a month. That's pretty, and that's pretty much how I like it. So then you want to, so at the minute, as you can see in the top, it says we're in June and we're in year 2. So we'll change all that back to year 1, day 1. So when you're happy with your edit, you're happy with your starting vehicles, save the game. And then you want to quit out of the game. So one thing I forgot to show you is before going out is our usage. So all this will get changed back to 0. So the driving distance is 0.39 at the minute. If you're like me, when you set up a new farm and you want it how you want it, before you get started, you want it to be all 0. So this is what we'll be changing. Again, the finances, it looks terrible at the minute. So again, all that will be set to 0 with the balance, with whatever you want to set that to. So we'll just quickly quit again. And before we do, so at the minute it says time played 13 minutes. Obviously that will be depending on how long that takes you to set up your farm. That will show different. So yeah, completely quit out the game, and then we'll edit the XML files. Right, so once you're out the game, you want to go to Documents, My Games, and then Farming Simulator. Then you want to go to the save game where you've just edited your farm. For me it's save game 6. Open that up, and in here you will see the list of different things with XMLs. The first one you want to go to is the career save game XML. Open that up with Notepad. I'm just going to close that one again so we don't get confused. Right, in here you can see my game save, and then the initial money is 100,000, which we set to, but I'm going to change this. Let's just say we've changed our mind and want this to be 250,000. Initial loan is on 0, and then if you scroll down, you also want to change the money here as well to the same figure that you've just put at the top, and then the play time below that, you want to change that to 0, and then the rest is fine how it is. So you want to click File and save on that. The next one, I don't think it's, no, you don't need that one. Environment. So here the date and time is what you've just chose it to be on Easy Development Controls. If you do not use Easy Development Controls, you're going to have to work out the date and time, how it refers to in the XML. So we chose, was it July? So I'm not sure how you're going to correspond that with this. The current date is 16. I'm just going to leave that because I've already set it. The real hour timer I would leave as well. So everything in here, I think we'll leave. Yeah, we'll leave everything in here if you've not already done it in Easy Development Controls. Farmland. So farmland is the farmland that you own. So as you can see, we own 12 and 13. It's got a 1 where the rest have got a 0. Now, as I was saying before, if you have a problem where you've edited part of the ground or put a shed down on a land that you do not want to own anymore, and it's saying you can't sell it in game because of the, let's say, the shed on the land, if you change what will be a 1 here to a 0, it will then sell that land for you, leaving the placements on that land. And then just click File and save that. I know Sunshine Forest is okay with it. I know Oak Bridge, I've took some bushes out and I've put a wall in place, and I've gone to sell it in the future and it wouldn't let me. I've come to this XML, changed that farm ID to 0, and it's worked. The wall has stayed in place and I don't own that land anymore. Farms. Yeah, so excuse me, you want to change the money here again. So it's on 100,000 there, so I just want to change that to 25. Farm ID, leave everything in here now that doesn't have anything but a 0 you want to change. Excuse me. So the travel distance, we want to change that just to a 0. And then you just want to go down this list and just make sure everything says 0. Most of it, if it is a new game save, it will be 0. It would just be the distance traveled, the play time, and the fuel usage, and obviously the money. So play time 0. When you are doing it, just make sure you do leave the right arrow and left arrow between the number. So as our new vehicle cost, so that'll put minus before it, so just get rid of the minus as well as the numbers. 0 sold vehicles. Again, this is only if you want the finances all to be reset to 0. Okay, once we've done with that, save. Fields, we don't do anything with fields. The only other one is vehicles. Now, this is a little bit more complicated when you're trying to do stuff with the vehicles. So adding the operating time and the were on the XML is a little bit more difficult. That's why I do recommend easy development controls. So if we was to do it in here, we've got to scroll down and find the tractor that we bought, which was the John Deere. And it usually, you know, it's a new line when it's got the file name here. So at the minute, that's the wagon wood chips, because there was vehicles already on the map when we first loaded up. So you just need to find your vehicles that you bought to start with. So there's the low loader, and here's the front loader fork, and then there's the 6L that we bought. So here you can actually change the price, and then there's the operating time. As I said, it's a bit more complicated because the 5.7 hours that we may have chose does not look like 5.7 on here. I think it's done in seconds, so you'll have to convert that. So there's the operating time, and then the were, there we go. So the damage is here, and then the were is here as well. And I believe you can add each were to each individual part on the tractor as well in here. That just gets complicated. So if you don't have easy development controls, you know, it's a little bit of converting numbers over to get the right hours of the operating time, and the correct percentage of the were. But yeah, that's all you need to do. What I do recommend is copy and paste the farm you've just edited before you go in and edit them numbers, just in case you make a mistake, you've got a backup. So once you've done that, we'll load the game up again. Sorry, I completely messed up that, because I want it to be day 1, year 1. I forgot to change that. So again, go back into your save game in my documents, my games, Farmersim 2025 6, and in the environment one where it's got a date and time, we're going to leave that because the time's fine. Sorry, the daytime, but the current day we want to set to day 1. The real hour time you want to leave, so we're just going to save that. Because what happened is when I loaded up it was still saying year 2, which makes sense because we've reverted back in time on easy development controls to get to June or July, whichever it was. So you want to change the current day to 1. If you set the time in easy development controls to a time that you want it, it's going to be easier for you. But if you don't have easy development controls. You can go close to this number that I've got here, which was close to 6 AM. So if you put them numbers in, which is 366.343689, will give you a rough time of over 6 AM. So yeah, save that. Now we can load up and hopefully be in year one. Right, we're all loaded up. Go to our save game. See 250,000 with 0 played. Continue. Start. It's got it there as well, which is all good. There we go. Year one of £250,000. All the settings that we had on earlier. If we go to our vehicles, there's the vehicles that we bought previously, apart from what's already on Sunshine Forest. The timber loader, that's all we have now. Hand tools, finances, all set to 0. And all our distance travelled and worked, all 0 as well. We still own 13 and 12. 3 and 2 we don't own anymore, but we still have our plates over the tracks and our sheds still on the map. So yeah, I hope this video has helped someone out that's likes creating their own farm on a map, maybe just changing a few buildings around. I don't know what I do on Oak Bridge. I make my own little dairy farms and stuff, and then once I've created them how I like them, I had my starting equipment that I like, and then I set my money to very little, and then set everything to 0, so I'm starting fresh. If you like doing that and I've helped you out in doing that, just please give us a like. It'd be much appreciated. Thank you for watching.